Good evening, all. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your metal market wrap-up. And this wrap-up is for the evening, as we're here now on Thursday. And this is the 20th of March. It is spring in the United States, 2025. We're just after 5 o'clock. I'm putting this out a bit early today. Getting a early rally in the metals. We had a stall today. That's about all that you can say, a stall. But, you know, I can't get bearish to gold when I've got the Fed saying we have inflationary pressures due to potentially tariffs. We don't know what they're dealing with. We don't know if they're transitory, blah, blah, blah. The stock market tried to rally, and if you woke up this morning, they were up very nicely. They lost everything they had, and they're giving you a little bit of a bounce right now. Energy markets are playing a game here, and I've done a special report for you on rebob gasoline, because this is the time of year when maintenance changes. You no longer make the winter blend, you move to the spring blend, and this is when the demand comes into the market. So I'll talk about that at the end of this, but you can go to our website, iraepstein.com, and just look on the top left, and it's there for you. And in natural gas, I am still in the bear camp. Now, it looks to me like we're just churning here in the bonds and notes, but as you know, we took down today under 4.2% at one point here, the 10-year note, so that's a good piece of action. And you have a mixed bag in the currencies right now as the dollar gathered some strength today, but is that going to last? That becomes the big question, of course, with everything. So let's take a look at what we've got. The reason I'm not showing you any news is there's no major U.S. reports due out in the morning. If gold were to finish here at 30,052, new high. Now, some brokerage firms are already coming out and saying they're targeting now 3,200, not 32,000. 3,200 as the next target for them. I don't know what I want to do. I wrote that this morning. I had 3,000 pegged. As you know, I was talking about it November and December. I thought that would be the next move. I don't know what I want to do right here yet. I want to see a little bit more. I may not make a decision until we get into what Trump's going to do with the tariffs April 1st and 2nd and get a feel for that. In any case, the market is running on that news. As you can see, it's just stellar. You still have the pattern of higher lows, higher highs going with it. The market is staying over the 18-day average of closes. So you have an uptrend. You have the bias up since the market is over that 18-day average. And it's running, as I said here, this is the gorilla glue trade. It's every day you're hitting that band. And you've done it each and every day. As long as that goes on, what it does is it forces the market into embedding. Embedding is when the two numbers that make up the slow stochastic are going sideways over 80. When that takes place, generally speaking, markets buy the break. In other words, traders buy the break until that red line loses the momentum, because that could open the door for price and the 18-day average to come together. So far, you haven't even had a break to buy, so we'll see if that ensues. When you look at the gold-silver ratio, I've changed the color to gold since now the line is going up, and it means you need more ounces of silver to get an ounce of gold. And you can see that silver has stepped out of its uptrend completely. It failed at the upper Bollinger Band, unlike gold. It broke through the last break low. Let me walk you through that so you can easily see that on the charts here. Here we go. You got higher lows, I think you'd agree, and you had higher highs. With the action today, you broke through that low, and that opens the door that if it wants to break down further and correct the upside momentum, which is now overbought, maybe you go to the 33,030 level and from there make some decisions. In the copper market, unlike the gold or silver, you continue to run the upper Bollinger Band. It's the same thing as gold. Now, understand, when you leave the United States, copper's not this strong. It's because of all the tariff talk that's going about scrap copper and all the copper that we import from our two neighbors. What are the tariffs going to do? We're going to hit, apparently, both neighbors with tariffs. And if we do they hit back with this? So copper's building that in right now. That's very important. In platinum, I've explained to you over the past 3 nights that don't be surprised if you retreat to the 200-day average, the green 100, and the red 18. Seems to be the market's on tap for that. The question is, does it take out this low? If it doesn't, so be it. I think the professional traders are going to nibble into that long area. Next, in the dollar index, even with the rally today, you did nothing to so far, the word is so far, damage the bearish embedded reading. So I do think the pros sold today. I think they're still bearish in the dollar. I think they'll come out if you close over 21 in the red line. And if the market starts breaking through here, they may even add to the short positions. So right now, I think the bears still fully in control of what they've got there. Now, I want to remind you that I said I'd put out a special report. It is on Rebob gasoline. I cover price counts. I cover seasonality. I'm going to give you what it's done over a 5-year, a 10, and a 15-year period. We're going to take a look at the break just happened and why the price counts to the downside have been met, and this sets the market up for a potential rally, where to come in, what to do, and I discussed the ETF as well. So how do you get this? It's real simple. Just go to iraepstein.com, look on the top left, give a click. It's bright green. Give a click and enjoy the report. I'm Ira Epstein. You have yourself a great evening. I'll catch up with you all tomorrow.